running. Okay. Bear with me for just a moment. Testing, 1, 2. Bear with me for just... Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. And today we have episode 3 of the Birmingham Barons franchise. In today's game, we're taking on the Trash Pandas again. As we have a total of, including this game, 3 more. That last game we played was a really spectacular game, I will say that much. Just to show you, we have now put in, where is he? Apparently they don't want to start him. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna take Tim. Actually, yeah, we're gonna take out. No. I had actually started Tim Beckham in a lot of different schemes here. I'm actually just gonna make him the full-time starter. Actually, no. Yeah, I still want to get Laz Rivera a little bit in there. But after that last performance, he really just needs to get more playing time. So this is going to be the 3rd game of the season and of the series. We are going to take on the Trash Pandas. Let's go ahead and do MLB Network. Why not? Okay. I'm gonna get Felix Paulino to start today. His first of the season. And Santos' first of the season as well. Their first 3 batters have been hitting really well against us. Brendan's Sanger had I think a couple home runs in that last game, maybe just 1, but he was pretty good for him. Alrighty.
My PP hurts.
Sorry to hear that. Alright, give me just a moment. Sorry about the delay on that one. Alright, we're going to start off this game with a pitch by Paulino, and that's going to be a ball, which makes it a 1-0 count. So both of these teams are 1-1 in this game. Looks like that's going to be sliced on over to Adolfo, our starting center fielder. He's going to make the catch for the first out of the day. We actually hopefully can get over our first inning struggles, as we actually allow about 2.5 runs per first inning compared to, I think, 1.6 for the rest of the 16 innings. So if we can get over those struggles, that would be really nice, as Paulino's going to actually throw a really bad slider here, as that is going to be a ball. And that's going to be another slider for a strike, making it a 1-2 count, as Paulino is off to a really good start in this first inning. Paulino's going to make it miss with the strikeout, as that's going to be the second out of this first inning, as we're 2 outs down in the top of the first, as this has so far been a really good outing by Paulino. That's going to be a strike, making it an 0-1 count. And that last game, we put in Tim Beckham pretty early in the game, and he actually really kind of stepped up this offense just overall in kind of a really great leadership role. He's kind of looking to get back onto a major league team, as he was suspended for about 80 games last season due to some PEDs. So this is just kind of his first step into getting that roster league invite. Because he's on a 2-year deal with us, but it's still possible for him to get picked up. As that's going to be another ball by Paulino, as his control is getting a little bit much for him here. This will be pitch number 11 for a hit up the middle. As that's going to be just past the glove of Tim Beckham, and that'll be the first base hit. As that's going to be, he's going to run for second, and Beckham's going to not realize it. He's going to pull him off the bag. So that'll be a double on the play. So that could have been an easy out for us. Paulino's going to throw a slider for Chris Rogers, as that's going to be the first strike of the count. That's going to be an 0-1 count, as Chris Rogers is going to foul that off, making it an 0-2 count. Paulino with the fastballs, that's going to be also fouled off. But as I was saying earlier, Beckham really kind of brought a lot of leadership to this offense, as that's going to be sliced on over to third, and that'll be caught by Remillard, and that will be an out. Up to bat, we have Ronald Escalona, who's actually had a really overall great season so far, or first couple of games, I should say. As he's going to take a swing at this first pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Looking at an 0-1 count now. He's going to swing again. That's going to be hit on over to third, and that'll be the first out of the first inning. William Chang's up to bat, who had a really great game last game, as he's going to smack that one foul to make it an 0-1 count. William Chang is going to swing and miss on that one, making it an 0-2 count. Jang's not going to swing at that one, making it a 1-2 count. Jang was really efficient kind of overall in that last game, except for one drop that he had on defense. As that's going to be a swing and a miss for a strikeout. That's going to be the first for Rocket City's pitcher. After that, we have AJ Reid, who had a really great game with 2 homers last game. Hopefully he can ramp it, keep up that performance, because he really ramped it up from that first game, not hitting it once, and then he was one of the top hitters in that last one. As that's going to be a high pitch, and he's going to swing and miss, as it's now 0-2. And he's going to swing and miss, and that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts to end this first inning, as this is the first time this season that we've not allowed a run in the first inning. Connor Justice has been overall pretty solid against us. He's going to swing and miss there. He seems to be kind of an overall just pretty decent player for the Pandas, as he's going to look at a ball there. But this Rocket City team, formerly known as the Mobile Bay Bears, they're definitely a rival of ours. That's going to be slapped on over to Tim Beckham. That's going to be just past his glove, as he's going to get a single out of that. And that will be the first hit of the second inning. As I was saying, the Trash City Pandas used to be a rival of ours. They still are. But this is their first inaugural season under this new name, as that's going to be a strike, as that's an 0-2 count now. Looking at a 1-2 count. That's going to be way out for Paulino's. It's now a 2-2 count. That's going to be smacked foul, and that'll be yet another pitch, adding on to this 2-2 count. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, as that'll be a strikeout. I believe that's the first for Paulino today. Edwin Jan's up to bat, who's been really great defensively against us in these past few games, as he's going to hit that one really well, as that's going to make Adolfo run for it, as he's really going to have to run, and he's going to not quite get it, as that's going to be a ground rule double, as that'll get runners on second and third, as Adolfo just could not quite get there. We got an 0-1 count now. That's going to be a ball, making it a 1-1 count. Paulino's already kind of looking at a sticky situation here, hoping he can get out of it, because that was a really well-placed fastball there for a 1-2 count now. As that's going to be smacked on over to Tim Beckham, and that's going to be a run here, as that's going to be a terrible throw, as that was trying to get to Tim Beckham, but it didn't, as that'll be the first run of the day, and there's runners on first and third with only one out. Paulino looking at a really terrible placed slider there, so it's now a 1-0 count. Now looking at a 1-1 count. Paulino's going to get another ball in there, as he's starting to lose control compared to what he had in that first inning. As that's going to be weakly grounded up to Tim Beckham, as that's going to be hit and thrown to second and then thrown to first for the bang-bang double play. And that'll end the inning, as we limit the damage to only one run in that inning, that top half of the inning. Up to bat, we have Matt Skull, who's the numbers kind of are a little bit misleading actually as to how he's performing on the plate, as that's going to be quickly hit to first base, as that's going to be thrown back to the pitcher for the first out. But Skull's really actually been kind of solid overall. It's just he can't quite get the ball to land right where he wants it to. Up to bat, we have Mike Adolfo, who had his first hit last game of the season for a home run, as he's going to crack this one again, as it looks like that might be just possibly out of here for a second hit, second home run of the season, tying up this ball game at 1 apiece. Up to bat, we have Yerman Mercedes, who got his first hit last game also for a home run, but he got a couple more in there as well later on down the stretches. That's going to be hit, except that one won't quite go as far as Adolfo's, as that'll be hit towards center field for the first out of the play, or the first out of the inning, sorry. Up to bat, we have Damek Tomsha, who's actually having a really solid season with a .500 batting average. As I say that, he's going to not quite get the result he wants, as that's going to be popped up, and that'll be the final out of the second inning. Up to bat, we have Zane Gerwitz in this top of the third inning, as Paulino's going to make him foul that one off for an 0-1 count. Already we're kind of seeing a little bit of just rocky starts for pitching for our team, and it's just that's something we really need to address quickly if we want to make a push for the playoffs this season. As that's going to be really well hit, as Damek Tomsha is going to have to run for that. He's not going to quite get there, as that'll be at least a double, as he's going to throw to his cutoff man there, and that will stay a double, and that'll be the first hit of this third inning, as that's Gerwitz's second double of this season. That's going to be fouled on off, and that'll make it a 0-1 count. That'll be a really generous call there, as that could have been called either way, as that's another strike on the play for Paulino. Paulino's going to get this one out to Jank, who's going to make the catch, as he's going to quickly have to get up, and he's going to throw to third, but the runner will get to third before he can get on his feet and make that throw. To bat, we have Donnie Dewis, who's going to look at a low slider there for a ball. In his first at bat, he started off with a double, as he's going to swing and miss there. And he's been batting .500 on the season so far. So a very dangerous threat against us that we really need to limit what he can do on the plate. He's looking at a 1-2 count. So that's going to be a high fastball, as that'll make it a 2-2 count. And he's going to swing there, as that'll be in the dirt, and that'll be thrown out. And that'll be the second out of this third inning with a runner at third. So now to be able to drive in that run, Chris Rogers has to get at the very least a base hit here in order to drive him in, as he's going to look at a strike there. And that's going to make it an 0-1 count. He's going to foul that fastball off there. So Paulino got up to the low 90s there. That's pretty impressive. That's one of the faster that we've seen. As he's going to get caught with the changeup, as that's going to end this third inning, leaving the man at third stranded. Up to bat, who just absolutely took over yesterday, who went 4 for 4, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, a single on the play, and won us the game. It's an overall great game by him, and we're going to see if he can continue that great performance, as he's going to skyrocket this one, as that's possibly going to leave the park, as it's going to go just short. So that's his first out of his AA season, as he's now 4 for 5 on the season. Up to bat we have Zach Remillard, who's been kind of a okay at bat for us. Possibly look to see us mixing up this lineup just a little bit, as that's going to be called a ball, because it's one of the very few that have been slid by, as he's going to swing at that curveball, and that'll be a strike, making it a 1-2 count. And he's going to swing at that, as that's going to hit the gap, and that'll be a base hit for Zach Remillard, the second of the day for the Barons. Up to bat we have Ronald Escalona, who's hopefully going to have a little bit better of a plate appearance than he did the first time, as that's going to be a called ball on the curveball there, as that is now a 1-0 count. Looking at a 1-0 count now. Escalona's going to swing at a fastball that was way outside the zone there, so he did not need to swing at that, making it a 1-1 count. And that's another ball right there, as really Escalona should be looking at a 3-0 count here, but he swung at that one fastball that was way outside. And he's going to swing and miss at that slider, as it's now a 2-2 count, as Escalona's quickly losing his control on this at-bat appearances. He's going to slice that one, as that's going to just get fair, as that'll get a man to second base, and he will get to first, putting William Jank up to bat now. With Jank up to bat now, he's looking at a man at first and second with 1 out, as he's going to smack this one, as that one's going to be just foul, as that could have been his first home run of the season. As you can see, he was not too happy about that. It's now an 0-1 count, as he's going to smack that one foul as well. He's going to look at a high fastball there for a 1-2 count now. So I believe he is one of the very few batters that have actually taken a walk all season. He's going to smack that one, as that one's going to get hit very deep, but Edwin Yan's going to be out there in left. He's going to make that catch, forcing the runners to retreat back to second and first base, now with 2 outs. AJ Reid is up to bat, and he's 0 for 1 on the day so far, as he's going to hit this one, as that one's absolutely crushed, as that one's going to be out of here, and that's going to put 3 more on the board, as that's AJ Reid's 3rd of the season, as he really kind of got over that really terrible first game, as he's now put us up 4-1 in this game, as we are cruising. Up to bat now we have Matt Skull, who hopefully can get something going for us, as he's going to look at a fastball that was right down the middle, and that's going to be an 0-1 count. That's going to be tipped foul now, as that's going to be an 0-2 count for us. As that's going to be cracked right down the gap, as that's going to be looking maybe as possibly a double for him, as he will get a double there, as that is thrown to the cutoff man to limit Skull from going to third, as that is Skull's first double on the season. Up to bat now we have Mike Adolfo, who actually has his first hit of the game for a home run, as he's going to slice that one just foul, as it is now an 0-1 count. He's going to look at a ball there, so it's now a 1-1 count, as Adolfo's looking like he's being very more progressively patient at the plate each game. With that first one, he just wasn't patient at all. As now he looks like he's a little bit more patient, and it's really making some great strides there. So that's going to be tapped foul for a 1-2 count. And he's going to swing and miss there, as that'll be the strikeout, and that'll end this inning, as AJ Reid really had a crusher there to put us up 4-1, making this a very easy and controllable lead for Paulino to take over with. Up the bat now we have Connor Justice. I believe he actually grounded out in his first at bat, as he's going to smack this one, but that'll go foul on the play. Looking at an 0-1 count, he's just going to let that cutter go in, and that's going to be a called strike for an 0-2 count now. So Paulino's going to look, and he's going to get a low fastball there, hoping to get Justice to bite, but he doesn't, making it a 1-2 count. Going to throw it on over to Justice, and that'll be the first strikeout of this fourth inning, as Paulino's looking at low 50s for the fourth inning, which is kind of a lot. You can see he's getting a little tired out there, as we're going to possibly start getting some pitchers warmed up. And that's going to be tapped on over to Tim Beckham. He's going to be forced to make a play, and he will, and that'll be the second out of the fourth inning. Up to bat we have the dangerous Edwin Yan, who's a top prospect, and he's also really great on defense, since that's going to be fouled off. He's been really kind of destroying us on defense as well, just catching everything that goes in left field, as that'll be a strike, making it an 0-2 count. He's 1 for 1 on the day so far with a double. Hopefully we limit his production on offense, as he's going to look at a fastball there just inside for a ball, making it a 1-2 count. Paulino on the windup, and he's going to throw it, as that's going to be a low changeup, as that's going to be a 2-2 count, as Edwin Yan was not biting at that one at all. Paulino with the windup, and he's going to get Edwin Yan to foul that one off, as that's going to be still a 2-2 count. With the fastball, he's going to get it to crack on over to Escalona, who's going to get the routine play, throw it on over to AJ Reid, and that'll end the top of the fourth inning, as we might possibly think Paulino on out of there. Up to bat, we have Yerman Mercedes, who's 0 for 1 on the day, and he's going to look at a fastball there, which is a 94 mile an hour, which will still be a ball nonetheless. Real quick, we're going to get a Robio on warmed up, and where is he? Brady Lyle warmed up as well. Back to the at-bat, we're looking at an 0-1 count, as that's going to be popped on up to right field, as he's going to make the catch out there, making it the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Jank.
Up to bat, we have Damick Tomship to bat. who's going to look at a strike there, because that was really low. And that's going to be a called ball there. That's going to make it a 1-1 count. And that's going to be sliced, and that'll get in there as Tomsha will get on base with a single in the bottom of the 4th inning. Up to bat now, we have Tim Beckham, who didn't quite get a homer in the last one, but it was very close, as he's going to crack that one, as that one's also going to go deep, but not quite out. And he is 0 for 2 on the day now, as he is not repeating that performance that he had in that last game. Up to bat now, we have Zach Remillard, who's 1 for 1 on the day, and he's going to look at a ball there, making it a 1-0 count. And he's going to look at a low ball there, as that's going to get in there for a base hit, as he's now 2 for 2 on the day, as he's looking pretty solid out there. Up to bat, we have second baseman Ronald Escalona, who I believe is 0 for 2 on the day. Hopefully he can get that turnaround, as he's going to get this one up, but that's going to hit straight to center field, as that'll wrap up this 4th inning with no runs scored. And incoming in this game is Vince Robio, and if you could remember, he played last in the 13th inning of the first game, where he allowed 3 runs against this very same Trash Pandas team. Hopefully he can not quite do that this time. So we have a comfortable 3-run lead here, as that'll be cracked on out to right, as Tomsha will make the catch for the first out, as Robio is looking a lot better out there on the mound than he did in that first appearance. That's going to be a low curveball for a ball, making it a 1-0 count. He's going to throw a fastball, and that'll be called a strike, as I was very generous by the ump to give us that. Now a 1-1 count, as that's going to be a changeup way outside the zone for a 2-1 count. Sorry. And that's going to be cracked right into the gap up to Tomsha for a base hit against Robio. Gerwitz is up to bat now, as he's going to smack that one foul, and that's going to be an 0-1 count now. He's going to get that to AJ Reid, who's going to throw it over to Tim Beckham, and that's going to be a double play, as that'll wrap up this top of the 5th inning, as that was a great play on defense there by the Barons. Up to bat now, we have William Jank, who almost had his first home run of the season with his last at bat, but he is 0 for 2 to start off this day, as he's going to swing at a high fastball there, which is very unnecessary. That's going to make it an 0-1 count. He's going to swing at a low and outside slider, which is going to make it an 0-2 count, as it looks like their pitcher just hasn't gotten tired yet, as he's going to get a little tapper here on over to the shortstop, and that'll not quite be enough for William Jank to get on base, and that'll be the first out of this 5th inning. Up to bat now, we have AJ Reid, who had an absolute crusher with his last at bat, and hopefully he can repeat that, as that's going to be a low changeup for a strike, as it's now an 0-1 count, sorry. As that's going to be an outside fastball, swinging at that for a strike, making an 0-2 count. And that was right down the middle, as AJ Reid's going to swing at that for the second strike of this ball game.
Now back, the designated hitter,
Matt Skoll's going to swing at this one, as that's going to be a weakly hit ball on out to center field, as that'll be all she wrote for this 5th inning. The Barons still holding their 4-1 lead. It looks like Vince Robio is still out there, It's possibly this might be his final inning of work, as it's going to be a 0-1 count, as that'll be hit on over to Robio, and that'll be a routine play, and that'll be an out, the first of this 6th inning. Robio's definitely getting his ERA down after having a really solid 5th inning, and it looks like a really solid start to the 6th inning as well. So that'll definitely get his ERA down from that terrible performance that led to the loss in that first game. That's going to be a called ball, as that was really just not a good call at all. But we've gotten a fair amount of generous calls, as that'll be hit foul, as it's now a 2-2 count. As that's going to be hit right down the middle, as that's going to be up to Adolfo to make the stop, and that's going to be a single on the play. To bat, we have Chris Rogers, as he's going to smack this one foul, as that one looked like it possibly could have went yard had it stayed foul or stayed fair. Looking at an 0-1 count now. Chris Rogers is going to let this fastball get in there, as that's going to be an 0-2 count now that he's working with. And he's going to swing and miss at a slider here, as that's going to be Robio's first strikeout of the day and the second out of this 6th inning. Connor Justice is going to look at a fastball here. He's going to foul that one off, making an 0-1 count now, as he's going to look at another fastball here, as he's going to try to steal the base, and he does with ease, as there's no way we're going to be able to stop that, as that is a stolen base for the Trash Pandas. And that's going to be a strikeout, as that'll end this 6th inning, as Robio's just had 2 solid innings compared to that first inning that we saw him in. Up to bat now, we have Micah Adolfo, who is 2 for, I believe, 12 or 13 on the season, but 2 hits for 2 home runs. So it seems like he's going to be a pretty good hitter for us if he can kind of get it together a little bit. He's going to swing there, as his patience really kind of just looking like it's falling apart now, as it's going to be 0 for 2, or 0-2 on the count, as he's going to swing at this one, as that's going to be hit over to third. And that'll be a quick out, the first of the 6th inning. Up the bat now, we have Yerman Mercedes, who's looking at an 0 for 2 day, as it looks like that last game could have just been a fluke, as he swings at a terrible placed ball there, as it's now an 0-1 count. I shouldn't have swung at that, as it's going to make it an 0-2 count. As you can see here, it looks like there's really just been not a lot of pitches per inning, besides for that 3rd inning where that was just a terrible swing by Mercedes, as that's going to be a strikeout on the play. But it looks like, as I was saying earlier, the only inning that we've really kind of got to this pitcher back in the 3rd for 22, as Tom's is going to swing at that, and he's not going to quite get that. But we got him for 22 pitches, but other than that, it's been anywhere from 5 to 9 per inning, as Thompson's going to swing at that, and that's going to try to hit the gap, but the shortstop's going to try to make a play there. He does, so that's going to end this 6th inning, as this has been a good defensive game since about the 3rd innings, 4th inning, 3rd or 4th inning. Looks like Robio is going to actually stay out there for yet another inning, as it looks like Trent Giambroni is going to be up to bat now. The DH, that's going to be smacked on over to William Jank, and it's going to be up for him to catch it, as he will make the catch. As you know, his glove can be a little unreliable at times, but he will make the catch for the first out of this 7th inning. Up to bat now, we have Edwin Yan, thinking of William Jang out and left, but it's going to be Edwin Yan up to bat, as he's looking at an 0-2 count, as he's going to swing and miss at that. That'll be the 2nd out now of this 7th inning, as Robio is just kind of catching fire, as it looks like the Barons are going to keep him in as long as he can keep this control and velocity going. As that's going to be a slider for a strike, and that's going to be an 0-1 count. As he's going to get him to foul off here, making an 0-2 count. As he's going to wind up and he's going to throw. So that's going to be absolutely cracked into the gap. And that looks like that just might be a double on the play, maybe even a triple if you can get around, which you won't. So that'll be, in fact, just a double on the play. As you can see here, that was just an all-around great hit. He saw the ball coming, he timed it well, and just got it to go right into that gap for a double on the play. Robio's going to have a slider here, and that's going to be called ball, and that'll make it a 0-1 count, or 1-0 count. So that'll be called a strike, as that'll make it a 1-1 count, because that was a very generous call there. That'll be cracked on over to second, as he's not even going to try it. He's going to try he's going to try going home, and he's going to get there. As that's going to be a run, as he's going to try going for a second. He's going to get tagged out, ending the 7th inning. As that was just kind of an all-around sloppy go at it there. As that's going to be a run for the trash pan, is limiting it to a 2-run lead now for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Rocket City, number 39, Brett.
As you can see, coming on in, he's a lefty, and he's actually has a save on the season so far. I think that's what they're kind of putting him in there for. As Tim Beckham's up to bat now with it, who started off really sluggish in this game, going over 2, as he's going to swing it at a high fastball there, making it a 1-1 count. He's going to call for a timeout here. While he calls for a timeout, we're actually going to have Brady Lyle get ready to come on in. We're going to warm up Hunter Schreiber. Tim Beckham's not going to swing at that, as that's going to be an inside and out. Or sorry, an inside and out of the zone ball for a 2-1 count now. And that could have been called the ball, but we decided to swing at it. It's now a 2-2 count, and it is indeed going to be a hit, but it looks like the right fielder's going to be there, as Beckham's day is just going to continue to be a struggle. He's now 0 for 3 on the day. Zach Remillard's coming in to bat, as he's going to smack it over to the shortstop, who's going to make the play, as that is a very routine one at that for the second out of this inning. Up to bat, we have Ronald Escalona, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Overall, not too good, but at the same time, still got a base hit in there. He's going to swing at a curveball there, as that was just a very late swing, or a very early swing, sorry. As that's going to be a called ball for a 1-1 count now.
1-1.
As Escalona's going to pop this one up, as that's going to be an easy fly out. And that's going to wrap up this 7th inning. It's coming in now. We're going to have Brady Lyle, who's played 3 innings total this season. He had 3 strikeouts. He struck out every single batter that he saw up to this point. He's going to get him to foul off there. He's looking at an 0-1 count there. Gerwitz is going to look at another fastball. He's going to foul that one off as well. Brady Lyle's going to get him to get a base hit there, as that's going to be the first hit of this 8th inning, as that's going to put a man at first. Up to bat now, we have Sanger, who actually got a home run in the last game, but he's been very quiet in this one, as we have 8,500 people in attendance today, as it looks like the performance on the crowd side of things has just kind of been very stagnant over the past couple games, as that's going to be a called strike, and it's going to make it a 2-2 count for Brennan Sanger. He's going to swing it, and Thompson's going to be on out there for the play, and he's going to get the first out of the top of the 8th inning. Donnie Dewis is up to bat now as he's going to get a chopper here, as that's going to be just a regular old play, as he's going to not quite get the throw there, as Escalona just didn't seem like he got his feet placed there, as he just allowed a base hit there, as that's going to be called strike on the play, as it looks like this is going to be a little bit of a rough outing for Brady Lyle, as that's going to be fouled off, making it an 0-2 count. And he's going to foul that one off as well. So Chris Rogers is now looking at an 0-2 count. And that's going to be a called strike. Got him looking for the second out of this inning. Not inning. Connor Justice is up to bat now. He just got a ball there, as he's going to be looking at a 1-0 count now. He's going to swing there. That's going to be a diving stop by A.J. Reid. He's going to toss that on over to Brady Lyle for the out, as that's going to end this 8th inning, as that was really just a good way to turn around that inning, as Brady Lyle didn't allow a single run, as he keeps his perfect ERA up to date. William Chang's up to bat now, as he's going to hit the ball here on over to right field, as that will not quite bloop in, and that'll be the first out of this 8th inning. Up to bat now, we have A.J. Reid, who had a 3-run homer, which is the sole reason why we even had this lead in the first place, as he will call a timeout. So with that, we are going to get Hunter Shriver ready to come in and hopefully close out this game for us. So A.J. Reid's looking at a 0-0 count, as he will crack this one, and that is crushed for his 2nd homer of the day and his 4th of the season, as that'll be another run added, making it a 5-2 lead for us, as this is looking really good for this Barons team. Up to bat now, we have Matt Skoll. I believe he's 1 for 3 on the day, as he's going to look at a called strike there, which is very questionable, as that's an 0-1 count now that Skoll's looking at, as he's going to slice that one foul, making it an 0-2 count for him. And that'll be called strike 3, as that is 2 calls on the play that have been missed by the umpire, and that'll make it the 2nd out of this inning. Up to bat now, we have Mike Rodolfo, who really kind of calmed down after that first hit for the home run, as he's looked at a strike there and making it a 0-1 count for him, as he's not going to quite break the swing on that one, as it's going to be a 1-1 count now for Adolfo. He's going to swing at that, as that's going to be hit towards the gap, as that's going to sail, and that's going to be hit off the wall, as Adolfo's going to run, as they're going to hit the cutoff man, preventing Adolfo from getting to that 3rd base. It's up to bat now. We have Yerman Mercedes, who's hopefully going to drive in a run for us, but he's been having a really bad game up to this point, as he's going to get a little blooper here, and that'll get to the right fielder, wrapping up this 8th inning, and we will only get that run off of A.J. Reid's solo homer, as in comes in Hunter Shriver, who's had an okay season up to this point. We've only seen it for 1 inning. He's got 1 strikeout in that, but he didn't allow a run in it, so that's kind of what we're hoping for here out of him, as he's going to act as our closer, as he's going to get a strike there, making it an 0-1 count, as that's going to be a high fastball, making it a 1-1 count. Shriver on the windup here, as he's going to throw a low change up there for a ball, making it a 2-1 count. Shriver's going to get him to foul off here towards the Trash Panda's dugout, as that's going to make it a 2-2 count. That's going to be a swing and a miss in the first out of the top of the 9th here, as Rocket City's looking at quite the uphill climb now to even get back into this game. Edwin Jan's coming into bat now, who's had a solid game as he's going to hit this on over to Zach Remillard. That'll be a very casual play, as that'll be the second out of this 9th inning, making it a must-hit basis now for each batter, as this will be a called strike, as that could have been a really nice opportunity to get a strike on the board, as he will let that be a strike. He's going to pop this one up. It looks like AJ Reid's going to call for it, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap this game up, as we will take this game 5-2, as it seemed like it was just all Barons from the start, as this was just an all-around great game. In this game, I would say, yeah, AJ Reid was definitely the player of the game. He got two home runs for back-to-back games. He was a very crucial part. He scored, 4 of our 5 runs. So without him, we definitely wouldn't have won. So I would definitely give that to him. He definitely was the reason why we won. So he's definitely player of the game. Tim Beckham had a very underwhelming game. Pitching all around was solid. Didn't allow a run in the first inning, which was a big struggle for us. Seems like we kind of got that under wrap with Paulino. See, it looks like he's going to be a good piece for us for a little while. As we didn't allow another run until the 7th inning, as it was just a 2-run game for Rocket City, as it seemed like that was just kind of a great overall pitching performance. Robio had an outstanding performance, as I believe he went 3 innings and he only allowed 1 run, as opposed to where he had allowed 3 runs in 1 inning back in the first game of the season. So he actually gets credited for the win in this game, kind of making up for it, as he gets 3 strikeouts, and that will definitely lower his ERA, and that'll move us to 2-1 on the season, as we have 2 more against Rocket City. And then after that, we are taking on the Generals. But that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you in the next one.